I'm Adam Booth and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Ronnie Davies, who is in fact a very good coach and isn't used very well at Team EUBANK, with Chris EUBANK Jr. allegedly training himself, and Ronnie Davies is pretty much relegated to be carrying the spit bucket and wiping down his face in the round intervals. But anyway, he gave an interview talking about Chris EUBANK Jr.'s last performance against George Groves in the semi-final of the World Boxing Super Series, and potentially him being in the final against Callum Smith, with George Groves being injured. And this is what Ronnie Davies had to say about his last fight against George Groves. He knows he didn't box well. He's a brilliant boxer. He just didn't show it in his last fight, so we accept the criticism. He deserved to be criticised. He didn't box Groves. He tried to fight him and he was wild. He didn't box the correct fight the last time and he got beat. It's as simple as that, and that's the way it is. That wasn't him last time. That wasn't EUBANK when he boxed Groves. He knows the reason for that. He should have boxed Groves and ended up swinging wildly, which is not his usual way of fighting. And why he did that, I'll never know. He said he's going to go back to his boxing, and I said good. And he's been looking really good in the gym, with his hands nice and high, bombing and slipping. He's a lovely, clever boxer, and we've never had any criticism in his other fights. He boxed beautifully in Germany against the Turk Avni Yildirim. He was brilliant. He has one loss and everyone is knocking him, which I understand, but it's his own fault. And he didn't fight the right fight. It was as simple as that, and George Groves did. As far as the World Boxing Super Series final goes, it's good. Obviously, it's very good for us. I feel sorry for George, but it's good for us. EUBANK is lovely and fit, and he's been sparring regularly. He went straight back in the gym after the fight with Groves. With the possibility of fighting Callum Smith, it's a hard fight. I'd be a fool not to rate Callum Smith highly, but I still think EUBANK beats him. If he boxes correctly, EUBANK beats him. He's too good for him. So that was Ronnie Davies' statement. So straight off, nothing is confirmed yet, or at least they haven't been told that they are going to be in the final to fight Callum Smith to replace George Groves. Obviously he's injured, and we should find out in the next couple of days or so, I'd imagine, full confirmation. Obviously Kalle Sauerland has said that Chris EUBANK Jr. is a front runner to replace George Groves if they don't get the kind of news that them and obviously the boxing world is hoping for, because George Groves had in fact earned the right to be in the final, okay? But the final is going to go ahead anyway. Now, it's good that Ronnie Davies is giving him a little bit of stick by saying he deserved the criticism. He didn't fight how he should have done it, and why he didn't, he'll never know. So, yeah, it's good, and it's good that Chris EUBANK Jr. is accepting responsibility for it as well, rather than making up excuses. Now, of course, we know straight after the fight, he felt that he won enough rounds to win the fight. Everybody who watched on the outside thinks different, right? There might be the odd rogue one or two that believes Chris EUBANK Jr. won the fight, and hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, of course. But he's right that Chris EUBANK Jr. is a very good boxer, and he didn't do that against George Groves. And a lot of maybe the reasons why he didn't do that is because George Groves was outboxing him anyway, and he just resorted to trying to brawl with him, and George Groves stayed disciplined. Now, he is a very good fighter. I don't know if super middleweight is his best weight division. Maybe he might be best going back down to middleweight. Don't know. But obviously, if he gets the opportunity for Callum Smith, and if he beats Callum Smith, then how much credit would he actually get, considering that he's already lost in the tournament? Would people say, yes, he is a pound-for-pound guy now? Now, had he beaten George Groves and then beat Callum Smith, we could be talking about pound-for-pound here, right? But ultimately, he has lost. So what's he really going to gain out of winning this? Obviously, he'll get the Muhammad Ali trophy and a whole load more money and maybe some respect back, because Callum Smith is a very, very good fighter. I like him, though. I really do. Obviously, he's undefeated in himself, and Chris EUBANK Jr. has now lost 2 fights. First one against Billy Joe Saunders, and now George Groves. But obviously, I support Chris EUBANK Jr. I know a lot of you guys do as well. Obviously, we're British. That's kind of what we do. We do support our own in the ups and downs. But he does need to, in my opinion, if it's true, because obviously we don't know for a fact if it's true that he does in fact train himself and does his own tactics and leaves Ronnie Davis to the side. It could be that Ronnie Davis is actually training him and he is listening to Ronnie Davis. It's just that it's a persona to make it look like he's something special. But who knows? Who really knows? So, yeah, I mean, it is good for him to be in the final. I know some people may say maybe Jürgen Bremer should be, because he got a virus and had to be pulled out of the tournament. So effectively, he never lost in the tournament anyway. But we'll really have to wait and see what happens with this one. But if it is going to be him in the final, of course we'll watch it. But would you guys consider that to be pay-per-view? Chris Eubank Jr., who's just lost a fight against Callum Smith. Who would win that fight? Can Chris Eubank Jr. fulfill what a lot of people believe that he can fulfill? Or maybe it's too late now. Maybe he's been exposed on 2 occasions now where he can't beat a boxer. But anyway, drop your thoughts below to Ronnie Davis' statement. Click that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next video.